Hi, James with the 1HourSmartHome.com here, and today we are going to review and compare the Nest Hello and the Ring Pro Doorbell. If you don't know anything about video doorbells or you're just looking to make a purchase and decide which one's right for you, this is the right video. These are probably the two most popular smart home video doorbells on the market for hardwired applications, which means that you've got existing wiring and you want to install a video doorbell. So regardless of which one of these you choose, I'm going to say this before we get all the way through. Either one of these is a good choice. On all the video doorbells out there that we've tested, we've reviewed, we've looked at, we've worked with, these are really the top tier video doorbells out there if you have existing wiring. If you don't have any existing wiring, there are some other options, and that's another video that we're going to make. But regardless of which one you choose here, you can't go wrong with either. They're actually more similar than they are different. So we'll get into a little bit about what these do, the features they have, how they are different, and which one might be right for your home. Another thing that you should understand about video doorbells is that if you've never had one and you're looking to get one, they are a great tool to secure your home and make your family and home safer. Why? Because they are an active deterrent, as I like to call them. When you have one of these installed, a criminal or someone trying to create mischief is actually going to know somebody is recording. At night, there's a blue light that lights up on both of these, and they're fairly obvious when you go to a door that these are a smart video doorbell and they are recording you. As they become more prevalent, more and more people know that they are on camera when they have a video doorbell, and they don't really want to be that next YouTube video clip of somebody stealing an Amazon package. So these are great active deterrent options to protect your home. Now, what does a video doorbell do? Well, a video doorbell allows you to record footage, which then connects through your Wi-Fi network and goes into the cloud where it is stored, so you can access it from your phone or your computer or access it at a later date. It's just in the cloud stored for you there, and you can access it at a later time when you have it paired with a recording plan, which is really important with both of these. You really need a recording plan to make sure that footage is saved and stored for your future use. So both of these have really good video quality. They're both 1080p HD video, which basically means that they are the same. In my experience, however, even though the stats say that they are the same video quality and everything else, they're not really. I had the Nest installed for probably 6 months on my house, and I've had this one installed for 6 months on my house, maybe a little bit more for each one of them. Now, what I noticed is that the Nest actually had a little bit better video footage quality. And I think part of that is because this comes with a wedge that allows you to angle it. You can get a wedge for the Ring Pro on the Amazon or whatever, and you can angle it too, which I have since done. But the issue initially was I have a wall right next to my video doorbell, so the focusing range for the doorbell was closer on the wall than it was further away where I wanted to actually see things. So that is just one slight difference that I noticed. But overall, the footage is good from both of them. This one, once I adjusted the angle, was much better. So you got to kind of be aware of that focusing. And if there's something very close, like within 6 inches, it's going to throw off the autofocus. So just make sure that you've got kind of an angle mount or something with it to change that. And I really wanted to actually like the Ring Pro more, and I do in some respects. But the video quality, I do have to give that to Nest Hello. Now, video quality isn't everything, and we'll get into that in a little bit because there are some more features with the Ring Pro that I like a little bit better that can offset that minor differential in the video quality. They both have night vision, and the night vision on both of them, I would say, is basically the same thing. Now, the next thing comes down to automatic motion detection and face detection and recognition and all that. The Nest Hello actually has facial recognition where you can program faces in, so like you can see if your family members are there, you can be alerted if someone that is not recognized is on there. Now, some states do restrict facial recognition. So like in Illinois, you can't use the facial recognition feature. It's blocked by Nest and is not able to use anywhere on the app, even if you're outside Illinois. If the doorbell is in Illinois, it won't work. So that's just something some of you should know. They both do have motion detection. They both can detect difference between sound, motion, vehicles, and people. And they both do a similar job on that. I wouldn't say there's really a difference other than you've got the facial recognition technology here in states and municipalities that allow it. The other thing is they both have a silence mode. So if you have a baby or a dog or somebody that you don't want to hear that doorbell, or they might wake up, or if it's a dog, in my case, my dog doesn't like the doorbell. I didn't realize how much he doesn't like it until I had one. I silence the doorbell a lot of times so that he doesn't freak out and bark. So that's a nice feature for a lot of people. Or if you've got a baby and you don't want to wake him up during a nap, both of them have that feature where you can silence it. Now, another thing actually about the doorbells is they both connect to your existing doorbell chime, which is usually a box located inside of your house. If your doorbell chime is burnt out, you're going to have to most likely replace the doorbell chime with either of these. However, the Ring Pro allows you to get wireless chimes, which just connect wirelessly over the network and work with the Ring doorbell to provide you a chime, just like if you had a doorbell chime in your house. So if you've got a really big house, multiple levels, and your doorbell chime currently isn't placed where you like it, you could add as many Ring chimes as you want throughout your house with the wireless doorbell feature, and you're then going to be able to have that wherever you want. So like a basement, a bedroom, any of that stuff. The other nice thing about the Ring chimes is you can have them set to alert you to just motion or when somebody presses the door. Now, if you're having issues with Amazon package theft, having the motion detection setting, it'll alert you when someone doesn't press the doorbell so you can kind of see what's going on. And I found that to be very helpful. If you live in a crowded area and you want to see what's going on, you might want to have that Ring Pro with the Ring Motion Chime. You can also use your Alexa devices as a remote chime with the Ring Pro, as well as with the Nest, you can use your Google Home devices as a remote chime. So a little bit different here between those two, how they operate. The Nest is a Google product or part of the Google family, and Ring is an Amazon product or part of the Amazon family. I have found that there are more things that work in the overall ecosystem with Ring and Alexa than I have found in the Nest and Google Home. And that's just because as time goes on, these two companies are trying to like silo you into their product lines. That's just how it is. I wish things were more open. If you're a developer that works at either of these companies, I think you really should take a step back and focus not so much on making money, but actually giving people what they want, which is devices that work with everything and just moving forward, because it's like putting in a light fixture that doesn't work with a light switch. Nobody likes that. These are devices that stay on people's homes for 30 years. So please, if you're a developer for either one of these companies, think about what you're actually doing for the future of all this stuff and make it more compatible with everything rather than to try and silo people down. Just my personal opinion. I think probably a lot of you as viewers feel the same way. We would all rather have things open and work together than be siloed and be forced to pay for things. The other thing that you should note about these, in terms of the apps, they're both good apps. They'll both let you answer the doorbell and you can talk to the person who's there on the app. You can do that with the Nest. You can do that with the Ring. Either one of them communicate really well. Not much of a difference there. Installation for both of these is basically the same thing. There's not really a difference between either one of them. There is a slight difference though in terms of Wi-Fi connectivity. I have noticed that the Nest uses a little bit more Wi-Fi, so you should be just know that if you've got a Wi-Fi network that runs a little bit slower, you might need to upgrade your network with a mesh system. I typically recommend Eero or Google Wi-Fi. The Ring runs on a little bit less, just how it operates, a little bit less Wi-Fi network. It doesn't use so much bandwidth, I've noticed, just in kind of like my monitoring. Now there's different settings that you can do to adjust the bandwidth usage, but then the video quality goes down. The other thing I have noticed is the Nest did respond a little bit quicker when the doorbell button was pressed, like probably a quarter of a second or a half second sooner than the Ring did. I don't know why that is, but it just is. Regardless, either one of these is good. Now, what you need to know is that they both require a continual cost. So that might factor into what you've got going on. The Nest is, the bare minimum plan is $5 per month for 5 days of footage. The Ring is $3 a month for 30 days worth of stored footage and clips. So you get a little bit more for a little bit less with the Ring than you do with the Nest. The other thing that I should note is if you pair this with a Ring security system, which is what I really like, the Ring security system, if you have professional monitoring for $10 a month, which is a phenomenal deal, you automatically have recording for all your Ring cameras included in that plan. You're gonna have like 30 days worth of storage footage. So overall, you're looking at, yearly cost $36 here, and a yearly cost for this one, $60. Not a huge deal for a lot of people. It's definitely worth the peace of mind. But if you don't get a recording plan, all you're gonna get is live view. So it's really important that when you are considering these, you understand the implications of getting a recording plan with either one of them. Now you can get month-long recording plans for the Nest as well. It just goes up in price, so that's just something to note. I found that 5 days is more than enough. Like if you get a package stolen, you're gonna know it within 24 hours, so 5 days is more than enough. But if you're gone for an extended period of time, like you go on vacation and you're gone for a month or whatever, or you're just at a house that's remotely, maybe it's a vacation house, you're gonna wanna upgrade to the month-long storage plan so that you can see what's going on at that house while you're away. So in summary, either of these are good doorbells, and just kind of the highlights, what I've noticed is the picture quality was a little bit better on the Nest, okay? I did notice that the response time was a little bit better. This tends to work with more things kind of in the Ring ecosystem. It works with Alexa. You can have that customization with those extra chimes, or if your doorbell chime isn't working, you can do that with Ring. Installation is the same for both of them in terms of like hardwiring it. The apps are basically the same thing. They have pretty much all the same features. They both have silence mode. You do have facial recognition with this. And one last thing that before I go here that I should mention is Ring has the Neighbors app, which is like a really cool app just in terms of you can post your videos there. You can see kind of crimes that are going on in your neighborhood, suspicious stuff. And it's actually a really nice feature and format, and you can see what's going on in your neighborhood. Nest doesn't have anything like that yet. I don't know if they're gonna come out with something like that, but it is a nice feature just to kind of keep tabs of what's going on in your neighborhood, things that you need to be aware of. People post their video clips of whatever they see, and you can kind of comment on them and just see what's going on. You can actually get the Ring Neighbors app and post video footage from your Nest doorbell or any kind of security camera on there, and you don't even have to have a subscription for that. So I do think that's kind of a cool feature just of an app in general. But either one of these smart doorbells is great. I've had the Nest Hello on my house and I loved it. I have the Ring Pro currently on my house because I've got to test both of these out so that I can give you guys a lowdown on this. And there's not enough of a difference for me to go back to the Nest from the Ring Pro. And part of that is because I do have a Ring alarm system. So this kind of ties into all of that, and I get a deal on the security footage by having the professional alarm monitoring with the Ring Pro. So that's kind of where I'm at with this, but the Nest Hello is equally as good. So what I'm going to say about this is, well, this is a comparison video. You should have been able to choose which one was better. They're both good. I think if you're here, you've already decided that you're going to get a video doorbell. Just stop looking at the other ones that are out there. Stop comparing to everything else, and just decide which one of these you are going to get, because you'll be happy with either of them. And if you don't like one, switching to the other is not going to make that much of a difference. You just don't like the current state of the technology that's out there. If you want something with really high resolution video footage, like higher than these, you're going to need to go to like a Nest IQ or a Ring floodlight camera, something that's a little bit more substantial that can get you a better view. But what I would like to say about these is that these get better views of people's faces, because if I've got a hat and I'm walking past a security camera, I can go like this and you're not going to see my face as much as somebody coming up to the door, and you're going to be able to, one, they're going to see it. It's an active deterrent, but you're going to see their face because it's coming from a lower angle. They couldn't block their face unless they've got a mask on, which would look kind of strange anyways and very suspicious when somebody's walking around. So these over a video camera, I think, serve a better deterrent purpose, as well as they are better for seeing people's faces and identifying them than a traditional security camera. So that's why if you're only going to have one camera, get a video doorbell. Don't get a security camera. And the reason is that a lot of times these are just crimes of opportunities. People are coming to the front door. you're gonna get a great shot of that, and it's a great deterrent. People know when they see these that they are being recorded and are most likely to go down the street and avoid your house because they know they are on video. And we've all started to see enough YouTube clips of all this stuff where people are caught doing whatever they're doing, and it ends up on YouTube with video footage, and no criminal wants that. So that is all that we've got for this. I was gonna try and turn off the camera remotely with my phone, but I can't do that. So instead, I am gonna have to take the elevator. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and we will see you next time. And time for me to go.